Minglawa, coming out of its troubled past of isolation and political turmoil, New Myanmar is now ready to rejoin the global community of leaders, educators, and innovators. Political, economics, and education reform have been placed after recent democratization of this once unstable nation. In order to move Myanmar from an extraction economy to more knowledge-based, diversified economy and sustainable democratic society, education reform is essential. With new curriculum reform and teachers training programs nationwide, we now have an opportunity to reshape country's future in education. In order to be an integral driving force behind the education reform process, the dynamic team of 360 Ed is leading to improve the way how learning is conducted here in Myanmar. And our social enterprise was based out of Singularity University in the heart of NASA Research Park in Silicon Valley. We leverage virtual reality, augmented reality, and other technologies to bring scalable, immediate, and exponential impacts in transforming national education and beyond. Developing countries like Myanmar cannot afford expensive learning solutions and often left behind in digital innovations for education. The conclusion drawn will sadly remain the case unless a low-cost and simple-to-implement transformational solution is created. Our disruptive innovation is to achieve best students' learning experience and teacher training by leveraging over 80% of smartphone penetration in the country. Our approach makes use of children's play and curiosity by incorporating mobile devices into everyday learning process with augmented reality apps.
Hi, my name is Per Tu. I'm one of the 3 co-founders of 360 Ed. I come from Finland. I'm an educator, speaker, entrepreneur, and a musician as well. A couple of years ago, I met these 2 co-founders, Lala and Laurent, at Singularity University in Silicon Valley, where they gathered students all around the world to think how they could change the world with some exponential technology. Since then, Lala here in Myanmar has turned this vision into an incredible initiative. I have now been visiting Myanmar to see what's actually happened in 2 years, and the results have been amazing. One thing I learned as an entrepreneur is that you can't solve problems remotely. You have to go where the problem exists. You have to understand the culture, the history, and especially in education space, you have to know the context you're working in.
These apps are aligned with the curriculum and dramatically expand the capability of current textbooks to be engaging and stimulating foundations for learning. By scanning with a smartphone to study images within the textbooks, our technology enables students to see detailed objects rendered in 2D or 3D images. That way, learners can visualize their learning and find it easier to understand. And likewise, teachers can also use the AR app to visualize the content of particular textbook chapter and then display it with the projector or TV screen. Our learning apps help students shift from straight memorization to more understanding the concept through visual and interactive learning experience on top of their existing textbooks. This way, decades of affordable investment can be avoided, and generations of children will benefit inclusion in empowerment of education rather than continue to be excluded from it. Development of nations need not be denied of their citizens achieving their learning potential sooner rather than not at all.
Now, it was my first time to come to Myanmar this time, and Myanmar has an incredible story, so to speak, becoming now the country that is #1 in mobile penetration in Asia. So there's a huge potential to be unlocked. So this made us think, what can we actually do with the mobile phones? Now, we used to learn new skills by reading. We had books, and that's the way we've always learned throughout centuries. Then something happened, we got mobile phones, but that didn't really solve the problem yet, because you can't really just learn a new skill by only tapping a screen. That's not enough alone. But the future will lie somewhere in between, where you combine the actual world and the digital world, and that's where augmented reality comes in.
What motivates me daily is my team. 70 young individuals who are constantly learning and motivated to be the forefront of making Myanmar education a global standard by creating new learning tools in AR and VR. We're proud to be an education company by product and by practice. Since we have signed MOU with Myanmar Ministry of Education for providing AR learning apps for students nationwide, starting next year, 1.3 million students will be benefiting from our apps yearly. Internationally, we have scaled to 5 regional countries so far, and our next 12 months is to scale to 10 regional countries and to keep creating dynamic and interactive learning tools and democratize it further to other emerging markets. Thank you.